Oh, all right. It says we're live. Um, Let me do the overlay. Maybe if the overlay, then you'll be able to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Did the chat. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we got 4 people here. Well, we got runesmith on here. We just been talking backstage about different picks and stuff like that, but we should talk a little bit about your picks. You sent me the Loki set here, which it has your worm and your what is it? What do you call this one? Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's like a hollow short hook.
And then you got a little bit deeper of a hook. These two so far are my favorites. I use them quite often. I try to like zip with this one, but I haven't been doing really well with the zipping with it. Is that what you use it mostly for?
Well, initially I was just creating sort of a hollow short hook, sort of that indent. I saw that diamond appearing behind it and I thought I quite liked it. And I gave it a couple of tests on a prototype and I could zip, but it was mainly for smaller keyways. So I've got a really tiny sort of, let's see if I can get it. This is what I was testing it on here. And it's one of the smallest, I think it's 7230.
Yeah.
And I managed to zip that a couple of times. It is similar to the McTickler, but it wasn't intended that way to begin with.
Okay. Oh, we got trucking locks in here. We got G Key Man. We got Humboldt Picker. We got Lock Squash. How you guys doing this morning? But yeah, I do like your. I really like this profile. It works real well for me. I've been using it quite a lot. I was using it on the M Heart here to set the rotation on the pins, and it worked real well for me. Your worm here, I was using on Medicos actually, because I could, scrub the pins into the rotation, and then all I had to do was flip it over and lift it. So that worked out real well for me. And then now that I know,
nice, I have to give that a go.
Yeah, it works real well. You can just scrub them Medico pins, and it gets them into rotation, and then just flip it over and pop, pop, pop. You got it. I really like it for those. What kind of wood did you use on the handles here?
Oh, it's bamboo.
It's bamboo? Nice. That's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it like an idiot.
Yeah. I did test some other light colored woods, but I felt on the prototypes the feedback comes back a lot better through bamboo.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I just feel like it resonates a bit more within. Yeah. I've got my own. Let me show off a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
I've got my own set here. Customs that I made myself. Oh, and I've got one law lock in there. Yeah, these are all the ones that I made for myself. This one, that's the same profile that I've just given away in my 100 giveaway. And I went through pretty much the whole Alf Weeder set of challenge locks with this. Just
Yeah.
picking off the top warding. It's kind of like a half diamond, just that little halfway between a hybrid and a half diamond. Forget those two. Sort of like a halfway between them both. I feel like it gets underneath the pins the same as the half diamond does, and has the same sort of lift as the hybrid.
Oh, I might
So
have
I
to
use
try
that a
me one of those one of these days.
lot. That's normally the first pick I go to. And these two are rosewood.
Oh, rosewood, that's nice.
Smells really nice too. And then I've just got a couple that I stuck some brass scales on. This one. And this one I didn't make. This one was sent to me as a prototype from Sparrows. But I put the handles on it anyway.
Nice. Yeah, I can't use the
So when I'm making them,
the anything without any scales on it. My hands are just too bad. It gets too small and my hand gets cramp.
yeah, you would not get along with that. See how
Yeah,
tight
there's
those
no
are.
way. I wouldn't even be able to hold them. So when did you start making picks? How long ago? Well, first, how long have you been picking?
So I'm 29 now, and I've been picking probably since the age of 12. So a long time now.
Nice.
On and off, I haven't been picking. Yeah, I haven't been picking constantly that whole time. But I started when I was around 12. This is one of the first 3 custom picks I made. And I should have checked the date of when I made that. But that was out of feeler stock. And I just made them for myself. I made a few. At the time, I only had this set.
No, the
And
old
it just wasn't
Go-So.
doing it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
And
had
I
that
needed
set.
to move on to something a bit better. And I was like, I could make picks. And yeah, I gave it a micro cord wrap. And it works pretty well. It's not too bad. I still use this one and 2 others.
Oh, yeah.
And then more recently, I've been getting everybody else's picks. All the Sparrows ones there. And then I've got Peterson, Jimmy Long's multi-pick, Moki.
Yeah, I got to get me some Moki and some Law Lock. I really, really want to try out some Law Lock and Moki because they got the longer handles.
Yeah.
And thicker.
Yeah, these.
Oh, we got Tuck Scoop and Black Smoke Joe in the comments here. How you guys doing?
Yeah, trucking. Yeah, I get most of my feedback through the tension wrench, but there are there's some locks where I really need to feed through the pick. I think Medicos are one of them.
Yep.
Because I can feel if they set properly with the rotation through the pick rather than in the tension wrench. The Yao 500, it's a different type of click when it's out of the overmilling, and I feel that through the pick handle as well. It's a short, sharp click, and I get that out of the pick rather than the tension wrench.
Yeah, it's funny how some locks are like that. Get better feeling from the pick than the tension wrench, and then other locks are the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, the 7240, I get all of my feeling through the tension wrench on that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites to pick. That and the 68, the Master Lock 6835. Those are my
Yeah.
kind of my comfort locks there. I think because it's just got them spools that really give a lot of feedback from them. And so, did you make the case too? Because I really like the case to these.
Those were the one I sent. No, I didn't make that one. I managed to get a few of
No,
those. Yeah, I've got a load of them. I can't remember where I got them from, but yeah, I made this one.
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Well, Humboldt says multi-pick is where it's at. Yeah, so the only thing about these is the handles are tiny. It's
Yep,
almost like having no handle on it at all. And then when you compare it to something like Moki,
yep. That's where I struggle with it because I've got multi pick. I love my multi pick. Yeah, just the handles. I struggle with handles with every company there is. Yet I haven't tried the Moki and the Law Lock, but mine's mostly because I got arthritis and um my hands shake from a neurological disorder I got.
hmm. Yeah, I think you'll definitely get on well with the Moki picks. Then again, the Ridgeback
Yeah,
set, I think. So the Ridgeback set here, I don't put handles on these, and they're so comfortable. I can pick for ages with them.
yeah,
I really feel like these don't need. Lots of people like to put their handles on them, but I really feel like these don't need them. If you're picking with finesse and you're not trying to force it too much, and you're picking how a more advanced picker picks, you just don't need it. It's wide enough. It's got enough. Sits in your hand enough that it doesn't really need a handle.
yeah. I find the Jimmy Longs, they work well for me too. So far, they work the best because they got that thick area right there where it just fits in my hand, and my hands don't get
Mm,
tired.
yeah,
Oh, we got
he's put a lot of thought.
Conti
You
in
can
here.
see. You can see all the thought that he put into making these. Like I believe the
Yeah,
handles come from a surgeon's scalpel, and you can see where the way that they shaped the pick not to have any weak points.
yep. Yeah, I talked to him.
And then you look at something like, what do I have? Something like even the multi-pick, they're brilliant picks, but they're building in weak points. Any where they have corners and it's just coming straight out, they've just built in a weak point. Whereas that, I actually prefer the multi-picks because they have such low profiles and they're better for European locks. So I'd like it if even from where they are, they just built it out a little bit, the same sort of shape as the Jimmy.
Yep.
So what I try to do with most of mine, you can see where it's more of a swooping shape, so it doesn't have weak points
Yeah, I
built into
noticed
it.
that. Yeah, you've put a lot of thought into your picks, and it
I try
shows,
to.
and they work really well. I'm very impressed with them. We got Conqui in chat here, and Black Smoke Joe. How you guys doing? And Delbert. I think we got a pretty interesting show going on. How you guys doing? I've had his picks here for a good couple weeks, and I've thoroughly enjoyed them. They work really well for me, and I like how you put so that they fit together. Oh, there's a camera. How they fit together like that. That is that's a great little
Yeah.
addition to it.
I'm actually really glad you like the rake I put in there, because that's my design. That's my little baby.
Yeah,
It's nice to see someone who's good
yeah,
at picking actually enjoy it. We were talking backstage about the reason I designed it, and it's for more advanced in their kit for rakes, because it's a 3-in-1 rake. It's got the twin peak on the back, the worm on the front, and the hybrid drop nose.
yep. Yeah, it works really well for me.
So it's not.
I think you really hit the nail on the head with what you were going for, and it really works really well. I've actually really started using it a lot, and especially like on a Medico. I don't know if I said this on camera in here or whether it was backstage, but I rake them Medico pins to rotation and just flip it over, and they pop right in there. I've almost got it to where I can use that Medico in like a speed pick. Let's see what we got. Got anybody asking questions in the in the chat there? Yeah, G Keyman made all his picks forever.
Yeah.
He's really good at making picks too. So everybody
I find
knows.
making picks.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I find making picks that makes you a better picker, because when you're actually sitting there and crafting a pick, you're thinking about what's going on inside the lock and how it's going to interact with the pins. So I really do believe that when even if you're making like the insert picks or sweeper bristle picks, thinking about it as you're making it makes you a better picker.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes a lot of sense, because you gotta picture the inside of that lock, and then picture your pick on where it's gonna go and how it's gonna fit. That, yeah, I'd have to agree with that statement 100%. I've made a couple
Like
picks over
some
the
of my
years.
these are some of my stranger designs. I think I've got the hawk, the bear, and something else. So I've got and these were all made for specific blocks that I had that I was struggling with. So I've got a really deep, hollow, sort of pointed, and then another sort of hollow pointed, but with more of a reach swoop sort of thing going on. And then a really tiny. This was for a tiny keyway. I'm not even sure if I've got it to hand. I had a really tiny paracentric keyway, so I made this really tiny hook for it, and it worked a treat.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really tiny paracentric. It was so difficult to get into. And then I made this and I managed to pick off the top warding straight away.
Nice.
If I find that little lock, I'll make a video on it because it is interesting. It's got sort of, let's see, have I got something similar sort of keyway to these, but a lot smaller.
Oh, geez, look at that. That's insane. That's like we were talking backstage. I think a lot of the UK pickers had put a lot of us over here in the States to shame because you guys got some really paracentric keyways on the vast majority of your locks. The vast majority of your locks are, have high security pins, and just the difficulty of the locks you guys got over there compared to what we got over here is a step above.
Yeah, I do feel lucky to be where I am. Humboldt asked where I'm from. I'm from London. I lived in Germany for a good few years, but I'm back in London now. Here's another one. I think it's pretty evil as well.
Oh, that's an evil keyway.
What is it? Is it the EPS? Yes, EPS.
That's crazy. So you live right
And
in
then
London.
I'm always so happy. Yeah.
I've always wanted to go over there, and because I'm a big history buff, and you guys definitely got a lot of history over there. I've always wanted to go over there.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd really like the area that I'm from. I can't even remember the dates now, but the pub here, I think it's 1600s, was the house of a witch that people went to get their fortunes told, but also the villagers used to make fun of her.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, you can still, and all over London, we've got these blue plaques, and any blue plaque, like circle blue plaque that you read, it tells you someone who used to live there or stayed there or something like that from history. Well, I've just seen a few comments. Thanks. You're saying nice things, and I'm not replying to you. I've got the holder that's holding my phone is actually over the chat, so I have to twist it every now and again to see what you're saying.
Yeah. Conquest said he had some European locks from a guy on the LPU. He got some locks from Poland, Germany, and England. Yeah, they're a different. The locks over there are a different animal, I tell you, than what we got over here.
Yeah,
that's why I say the guys over there are just a step above a lot of us pickers over here. And Humboldt
I quite
says
like
he's got.
These are quite easy to come by where I am. The cruisers and the battleships.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. They still use them to lock shops and stuff up with. So they're not
Really.
Yeah, yeah, and they're quite. they're not a super easy pick. You have to make your tools for them or get specialized, obviously, lever padlock tools. They're
That's
a lot
really
easier. These
cool.
ones are so this is the cruiser. Yeah, this is the cruiser. It's a lot easier than the battleship. I find the battleship a lot more difficult to pick.
That is an awesome looking lock. I want one of those.
And then obviously we've got these as well. They're not too difficult to come.
Oh, they're difficult to come by here.
Anybody wants to 3D print a key for my lock, go for it. Take a screenshot.
I'm working on a pick for G Key Man for one of those alloys with this keyway there. Like I guess you call it a smiley face one. But
Yeah, is that the classic or the profile or?
oh, nice G Key Man.
It's not too similar to this.
Oh yeah. Right, Conquest. All those right there would cost us an arm and a leg, and over here.
Yeah. The thing that bothers me, the hardest thing to get over here, is Southern specialties.
Oh,
There's
really?
no suppliers that have reasonable shipping prices for Southern, and I love their stuff. I spoke to them before, and they sent me a load of these. I needed some of these to make little portable picks out of.
Yeah.
And they ended up not charging me in the end. But yeah, they're so difficult to come by. The shipping is just everything's falling over now.
Yeah. Southern Specialties is great. I love Aaron over there. He's I consider him a friend. He's they're awesome. They helped me make my own set of picks. Yeah. That I put together and even put my logo on them. And their picks are great. What do we got in here? Oh, we got Zoe the cat's in here. How's it going, guys? We're just talking here with Runesmith, who makes these amazing picks. This is from his Loki set. I was lucky enough to be one of the first people to get some of his picks over here in the States. And I said, why don't you come on and do a live with me? I think people would be interested in what you got to say and showing us all what you do. So that's what we're doing. So if you got any questions, we're going to try to answer them, but we end up, if we miss it, I apologize.
You was going to tell me about your entry into my giveaway and the 4 picks you selected.
Oh yeah.
And I was surprised that you had the ball pick in there.
Yeah. The reason I picked the bull pick is I figured if it's the only 4 I have, okay, for the rest of my life, I won't be able to really pick a dimple lock, but I can pick dimple locks with a ball pick. So that's why I went with the ball pick, because I've picked multi-lock interactive with a ball pick. I can pick just about anything with a hook and a ball pick, with a short hook and a ball pick. So that's why I picked the ball.
I'll have to give that a go. I've never tried using a ball on a dimple. I've used half diamonds.
Yeah, half
So I'll
diamonds
have
work
to give
real
that a
well.
go.
I like why I like the ball over the half diamond in it is you get more lift because you got this end
Yeah.
and this end, or it'd only be half of that with the diamond. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I've never considered that at all.
I got an idea for a pick for dimple picks that I want to try and make. I'll probably tell you after the show here, and maybe you can make it because my hands are getting a little too bad to make a lot of stuff. I really struggled making some disc detainer picks for a couple people over the last couple weeks.
Mm.
Oh, we got in the chat. So how long does it take you to make it like a set of these?
So, it normally takes me a couple of weeks, and it's because a couple of reasons. So, firstly, I make prototypes for all my sets out of this stuff, which is just drain snake,
Yeah.
and it cost me about £3 or something for a roll of this. And I like to make templates and prototypes to obviously test the different profiles I'm making, but also get myself a little template. And then I'll move on to filing the blanks. So I get these blanks from a guy called Nick over here. And it's 301 high yield from Sheffield and 0.6.
Nice.
And I'll grind that down with I'll grind this down with a Dremel to get quite thick. Actually, I don't go very close. Lots of people go a lot closer than I do. I probably grind it down to about that thickness, obviously depending on what the profile is.
Yeah.
Then everything else is done with hand files. So I've got, I don't know where I've put it, but I've got this nice big comfortable interchangeable handle that I use my needle files on, and I just put them in there.
Oh, that's
This is the
nice.
slightly bigger file that I use. But yeah, with the trying to do it with a little handle to those.
Oh yeah,
So this is what
hard.
they just come with like a little rubber coating on them. So getting yourself a nice big.
Yeah, that's a really nice handle. My handle is really small. Yeah, my handle's small.
Yeah. Well, I got this. So I found this one. It's just got like a drill sort of chuck in the top. And I found it on AliExpress for about £5. And I do
Yeah.
quite a few AliExpress orders. I like to get a load of tension wrenches from there. And I get loads of top of the way tensioners for about £3, and I like to chuck in just because I'm always losing or bending away.
Yeah, definitely. I go through a lot of tensioners, especially bottom of the keyway because I make them into other shit or
Yeah.
file them to fit something so I can fit my pick and the tensioner in there, or you know, I make a lot of these. Where are they? That's not it. Anyway, the Chris Capoon style tensioners. Make a lot of tensioners and give them out to people because I really like his style. I don't have one out right now, but they're kind of. He takes them and puts them like this, and it's just a really good tensioner. So if people want to order a set from you, we should let them know how to get a hold of you and so that they can order from you, because these are really good picks. I have to say, I really
I
enjoy them. I
appreciate
use
that.
them quite often.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to chat about ordering a set, Discord is probably the best place to reach me. Yeah, probably Discord. I'm the same name on there.
Yeah, so get a hold of them on Discord if you want a set.
I was actually making a
I
few today
really.
for some orders. I'll give you a little
Oh
sneak
yeah.
peek.
Oh, all right. Sneak
So
peeks. That's what I
it's
like.
to, yeah, a couple of people. I've, I've got a bit of a waiting list at the moment because I've got a few orders on the go. But somebody asked me for this style curve with a point at the end.
Yeah,
And then I'm
that's
making them a
really cool.
matching flat hook. So they'll all sit nicely together. And then I'm making them a pointed medium to go with it as well.
Nice.
And then somebody else asked me for sort of like a reach gem similar to what you've got. And then
Oh, Concrete asked
the deep.
what group in Discord can you get a hold of you?
So I'm in the LPU group. I'm not very good at using Discord, but yeah, I think I'll put some details in my YouTube bio when I can, and make it easier for you. Or any video on YouTube, just drop a comment below and tell me the best place to contact you. So yeah, just drop a comment on any video and we'll find a way.
Awesome. Yeah, those look cool.
Yeah, hopefully they're
I
both going
have
to be the bamboo style. Um,
and then you just use a like a wood burner to make the runes in it.
yeah, let me see if I can show you. I'm taking you out the holder. So here's my wood burner.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's got two connected to it, so I can have one. And then the other one on the other style. And it's a bit messy at the moment since I have been working really this messy.
Yeah, I didn't do much of anything yesterday, and then my My little lock lab was just a disaster, so I had to hurry up and get up this morning and throw everything out of the way. I was pretty slow to get up this morning.
Yeah, some days it's
But yeah, I really do like this set. It's one of my favorites. I use it quite often. Like I said, I use it on the Medicodes, and I've been using it on this M Heart. It's kind of a game changer.
I'm really glad you like it.
Yep. If you guys have the money and are interested, I can say they're worth the worth having them sent over to you. Oh, we got sushi in the.
Have you lost my audio?
No, I can hear you.
Okay. I just think it's my internet connection's not very good.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking my next giveaway, which will be at 250 subscribers, I'm probably going to ask people to show their best looking lock, and it's inspired because I just think, what a wonderful looking lock.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
That's a Yale.
Yes. Changeable core. It's got some nasty, well, it's been a struggle for me, to be honest, bidding on that to get round the Yale keyway, and just that guardian there, that gatekeeper, right before the high lift. It's just been
Oh,
a
jeez.
pain. I've got it a few times, but it's nowhere near consistent.
It's a drag. They're humble. Yeah, that's them Yales, they got some crazy bidding. I got some that I've been gonna make a challenge lock out of. And you almost don't even need to make any crazy pins or anything for it, because between the keyway and the bidding on it,
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
that's nice. With that high lift right at the back, I think I'll do a really thin spool and do a trench trap on the core. Get them the
Oh
deepest
yeah,
spool set they've ever had.
right.
Yeah, that's what I've got a challenge lock here from, what was it, Nick Hope, I think, and Nick has a couple of trench traps in it, and I thought I'd opened it, and it was like nope, and I had to walk it all the way back just to get it open.
Oh geez.
I need to move this challenge lock on to someone. I have to have a chat with Nick and see where it's going. Yeah, I really thought I'd open. I was like, yeah, got it, and then nope.
Yeah, I gotta start making some more challenge locks. I got a whole bunch of locks up there ready to be made, but I keep getting sidetracked.
Hmm.
No, let's see what we got in the chat. We got Humboldt Sushi. What's going on, Sushi? Sushi makes some good cutaways that are really cool. It says something about making an E&D this detainer cutaway. You guys got any questions for runesmith here? Let's open it up more towards the chat here, so I'm not just jabber jawing away and everybody lose interest.
I think there's a bit of a delay with the.
Yeah, I think so too. Chuck
Gonna
Soup
just
wants to
move
know
my
what
phone a
kind
little
of
bit.
Chuck Soup wants to know what kind of
Ooh.
turnaround on a set of picks you
So
have.
at the moment, I've got a waiting list. So I've got about 5 orders that I need to make. I'm about halfway through 2 of the orders. So if you ordered a set now, it would probably be about 3 weeks, depending on my workplace and how much time I get off.
All right. And then Sushi says he doesn't have any questions, but he just says hello to us. What's going on, man?
Hello.
Sushi makes some
How you
cool
doing?
stuff. If you're not subscribed to Sushi or RuneSmith, make sure you subscribe. Oh, we got
Oh, can
Lockpicking
I do a
Llama on
little
here too.
shout out? Let me do a little shout out
Absolutely.
for Lockpicking Paul. He's trying to get to watch hours on YouTube, and some of his playlists are brilliant. I like his he's got like a DIY sort of homebrew making stuff playlist way through that. So if anybody's looking for something to do, go and watch a few of Lockpicking Paul's videos.
All right. I will put him on the TV and let it play. That's what I've done for a couple people to
Yeah.
help get their watch hours.
Nice.
So I'll add.
Yeah, I fell asleep watching one of his playlists last night and just
Yep.
left it running. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a really good video on a DIY tubular tension tool. It's for when you've got the locks, but they're recessed when they're actually in the housing. The goat wrench didn't fit in it, so he had to build a custom, and he made it out of a broken pick.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that because I got one.
I find that a lot. So, because obviously, locksmithing. So, I find tensioning at weird angles and using tensioners comes into it a lot. I'm actually going to build myself a little station with like some wood attached to the side where the lock goes to simulate having the door frame there. And I'll put one on each side, so I'll be able to choose which side. And then I'll have to build the same sort. I think they're called tulip tensioners. So it like bends out, and then it's got an extra bend on it. So it's like, you see them much anymore. They're more locksmith tools now. But you used to get them in the cheap kits.
Yeah.
They were like that shape. And they're
Yeah.
for going around the door frame.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those over the years and never
Yeah.
used them and made them into something else, because I don't pick locks on doors, I pick them in my hand or
Yeah.
whatever, so they weren't useful to me.
Yeah. when I first started, when I was really young, I picked all the locks that were in use in my house. Obviously, now I know
Oh, I,
different, but yeah.
yeah, I
But
started
to be
real
honest,
young
I don't
too.
think it. Hmm, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think it's a bad thing. Obviously, I wouldn't post it. Like I respect its rules, subreddits rules, and everything like that, and anything LPU. But my unpopular opinion is it's not a thing because I did pick locks that were in use and then taught me how to fix them and it taught me how to replace them and then I went on to be a locksmith. So I think breaking locks in use actually taught me more than not picking them.
Very true.
Unpopular lock sport opinion.
Because between you, me, and the wall, I did the same thing when I was younger. Because I started picking really young. It was probably in the 80s. I was probably about 9, 10 years old, and I ordered the first lockpick set out of the back of a magazine. And yeah, I picked every door lock, everything I could find, and I messed them up and had to fix them. So
Yeah.
yeah, it did teach me a lot, but I understand where the LPU and all that comes from. That's why I'm
Yeah, I'm
struggling to
all
get
for like
I need to go ahead.
yeah, I'm all for respecting the rules and everything. Like I'm on their subreddit. I'm not going to start talking about things that they tell me not to talk about. But I'm also like, I see a lot of people posting their own YouTube videos and then people in the comments saying, don't pick locks in use. If the lock belongs to you, then it's your choice, it's your personal property. You can advise them, like, it's a bad idea to pick locks in use for this reason, but don't act like you have any authority over other people's property.
Yeah, I got into a little argument on it was like one of the uh Discord servers because and I still don't know what lock I was picking that was in use, but like my safe lock, my dial safe, I practice
Mm,
on that, but I completely take the door off because I know what can happen and I don't want, you know.
yeah.
And I got into a pretty heated discussion about it. I was like, "It's my fucking lock. I'll take a shit on it if I want to."
Yeah, exactly.
I'll light it on fire and throw it out the window because they got me pretty upset. But
Yeah. I've seen some people complaining about the most ridiculous locks saying that they're in use. I saw one and it was a padlock and it was attached to just one end of a chain. And like if you wanted to, you could pick up this padlock and this chain and walk away with it. Like it wasn't securing anything. And because the guy asked for advice on how to pick the lock, they were like, no, because the shackle is around something, it's securing something.
yeah, that's ridiculous. I know
Like if it, yeah, sorry.
it's just some people got to take everything to that next level to be some kind of, I don't know, hero, I guess. Look at me. I keep the rules. I'm the rule keeper
Yeah.
and can tell everybody what to do, and that drives me insane.
Yeah. It's like you give some people a little bit of power and they just go crazy with it.
Exactly, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Like
it really totally.
there's a Lovelock fence near me, and I guarantee if I posted a video going down there and whipping the locks off of that, somebody would complain. Although the
Oh yeah,
council go down there and they cut them off like every 6 months or so. They all get cut off and then
yeah,
people start putting them on again. But if I go and pick it off, then it's a problem.
yeah. I wish I had one of those near me. supposedly there's 1 hour or so away, but I don't know exactly where it works.
Hmm.
Man, I'd love to come pick that bridge lock.
Yeah. I've seen an Abloy on
Yeah.
there, an Abloy Classic.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen a
so
few
she
like
says I
rubbish,
picked
like
one.
there's cheap. Hmm.
He said I pick locks with the
Yeah.
understanding I'll replace it if I break it.
Yeah, I agree. Cheeky man. I should. You're right. Next time I see them down there, because they're down there cutting them all the time, I'm just going to ask for the bucket of cut locks.
Oh yeah. Oh, the people at Humboldt says they put glue in the locks at the bridges near him. Yeah, I like the
They
shackle
knew you
shop
were
too.
coming.
Yeah. But I appreciate everybody coming out to see us here. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here, and we got 10 people watching and lots of people commenting. I really appreciate it, and I hope it
Yeah.
gets out
This
and
many
people
people want to
watch
come
this
out and hear
stuff.
me talk rubber.
Yeah, and get to see runesmith's pick sets, because he does a really good job. They're really cool, and not only are they cool, they're useful. And to have something that's cool and useful at the same time, it doesn't always work out that way. You either get cool or you get useful, you know?
Yeah. So I see people in the comments about the shackle pop. If they want to pick a satisfying lock, one of these curtained lever locks, once you get that to turn and that clunk, satisfying when you feel that.
Yeah. I can't wait to get my pick together to pick this one you sent me. I'm super excited
Yeah,
about it.
that's a good one. Is that a blue belt one that I sent? The Era Fortress.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
So I
it.
think this is the next one. I think this is the next one up. So this is the ASEC British Standard, and I think this is purple. But yeah, they are. Once you get that to turn and you throw that bolt, it's so satisfying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to runesmith here. He does some really good videos on top of making really cool picks, and a really cool guy to talk to on top of that. So definitely give him a like and subscribe to him. Uh, so do you have any new set styles or anything you got coming down the pipeline here?
Oh, I've got a few things that
Any
I'm not quite ready to reveal yet, but there are some things in the work.
Oh, cool.
I have got,
That's exciting.
so I've got, yeah. So I've got, at the moment, I've got rosewood. In there, I've got a purple heart as well.
Oh, wow.
And I've got
Purple's my favorite color.
yeah, I've got some deep redwood coming as well. And I've also picked these up. So I've got a cobalt blue wood stain, which I'm going to be doing some testing with, see how strong it is. And I've got some country green as well, see how well that holds up as well.
Oh, cool.
And if they're up to my standard, then I'll start making some sets.
That's awesome.
I was also looking at
I'll
some
make
black
sure
palm.
when you are ready to release some cool shit, you let me know so I can we can do another live or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm having a good time. Looks like people here are having a good time learning about you and the picks you make and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I'm surprised so many people came out to watch.
Yeah, I think if it was
There's a
later in
little
the
set of
evening or something, we'd probably even have even more. But oh wow,
yeah, just gets too late for me. This is just the SS Dev set in 15 thousandths. And I
oh yeah,
didn't, because they were bare handled, I didn't like it. So I put some bamboo on and did some cherry blossoms.
that's awesome.
And this is
Yeah,
just for myself.
the SS Dev set is a really good set. That's one of the sets that I ended up buying like 3 or 4 sets of them just because they broke, but the profile is so good. You know, I needed them.
Yeah. I've also got, so I won that competition, that dead drop thing for sparrows. So I ended up getting myself the monkey paws in 15 thousandths as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we got
I
to
don't know
get you
where I
to
put the other
try.
one. I was using it earlier on that.
We got to get you to try the Greyhound's dog leg picks that he designed together.
Yeah, me and him are working something out.
Oh, nice.
So I should have a set soon. Yeah.
They have quickly became a go-to pick for me.
I can see how good they are. Like, I just by the design, looking at it, I can see that I will actually use that a lot.
So have you been doing like the belt system? I don't remember if told me that or
Yeah, so I'm currently on brown. I'm called John Doe Osin on
yeah.
I'm currently on I applied for that. One of the locks I picked was a red belt lock. I think it was this one, the 600 ounce milling. But because I only had one red belt lock, I couldn't apply for red. So I'm sitting at brown.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking I might just jump straight to black. I've got this 700 here with the gins and the trees.
Nice.
So I might just jump. I don't know whether I'll go to red or I'll jump straight to black. This, if anybody's wondering about the masking tape I have on my ovals, they always slip in my vise. So chucking a bit of any tape that's got some sort of friction to it on the lock before you put in the vise means you don't have to clamp it down too hard, and it makes, because you know when you clamp it down too hard and it makes it the core compressed and
Yeah.
difficult to turn. If you just put some tape that has any sort of friction in it first, you can clamp it down without going too hard, and then it doesn't slip when you're trying to lever the pick from the bottom or from the warding.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a good
nice
little
little
tip.
tip for anybody that, yeah, because the amount of times that I'm levering, yes,
Yep. I struggle with that too with this particular one. Like if I put this Euro style block in it, it just goes back and forth like that. I tighten it tighten it down, and yeah, you start getting into the
yeah,
where it's putting tension on the core because it's squeezing it so tight.
yeah, yeah. So when I'm doing Euros, let me see if I can. So depending on which one, so if I'm doing pins down, so I can just grab the Bible. Let's see if I can show that a bit better.
Oh,
So I can just grab the Bible on the side that I'm not picking, and then that's good to go. And that's quite solid. And then if I'm picking pins up, I just do the same thing in reverse, and
oh,
I
that's
can clamp that
nice.
down tight because it's not, yeah, it's not affecting the side that I'm picking. If it's a thumb turn and it gets in the way, like this one, then I have to drop, and then I do the same thing, but I pinch it between there like that, trying to get you a full view. And then it will pinch in that way, or up there, it will pinch in that way.
Cool.
Yeah. It's just, this was just a really cheap, it's like the Amtech ones, but it's doing me well so far.
Yeah, I had a really cheap
Oh, and you're
vice
interested to see
similar to
this.
that. What's that?
I just noticed this sitting on my floor that you're interested to see. The fake butterfly comb
Oh yeah.
from China. Look, I'll show you this. So I tried to use it, and that's what happened.
Oh, that's funny.
It's made out of the same. It's made out of the same metal as the pick on the fake one of these.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Same.
mine came so sharp. The picks were so sharp on that thing, it took a chunk out of my thumb.
Yeah. Some of the stuff
Yeah,
from
I had a
China
lot of fun with them.
is not bad.
Yeah,
Mm.
there is some good stuff that comes out of there, and then there's
But
just
this is not. Yeah. Like the Huck lock disassembly kit. I ordered that from AliExpress, and that served me well.
I had no complaints with Huck. I have their dimple
Yeah.
set. I've had it for years. It's usually my go-to uh dimple picks. I need to get that Huck disassembly kit. I'd like to get that one of these days.
Yeah, it works really well. I've got no complaints about that. I need to get new dimple picks. I'm still using the grenade handled set.
Oh yeah.
and
I
they
got
take a lot of filing before they.
the little multi-pick set with the 2 handles. I need to get more handles for it. And the clom, like the tubular impressioning kit. That's worked well for me.
Mm. Yeah, I'll pick one of those impressioning kits up soon. I have been looking at them.
Yeah, they work real well. You just got to remember if you got like the little ball type, you got to take the pin out of the middle of it, and or if you don't, then you got to put the pin in it, because a lot of people make that mistake.
Yeah.
That tensioning pin. Oh yeah, it works really well. They're Humboldt. I've used it many, many, many times, and they're really cheap. I think I paid like $15 for the set. The clom. You just got to make sure you get the one with the tensioning bar. These little bars here, and they go in the middle of the set. This one doesn't have it in it because I was doing something else with it. That one doesn't have it. Which one did I put it in? Oh, well, anyway, it goes in there in that little hole, and that's what tensions it. Gotta put them back in because I was doing locks that didn't have the tensioning bar, but I haven't had any problem with them. Oh, there's a Dutch lock picker. What's going on?
Yeah, I've never had one of those impressioning tools of mine. I've used a couple, but I've never owned
Yeah,
one. But
yeah,
yes,
they
I'll
come
pick
in
one
handy.
up. Here's a little prototype test piece that I have. I was planning on doing like a tattoo themed set, like old schools.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I thought I'd do a little test piece and see if I'm good enough to do little tattoos. I think they came out pretty well, not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I did tattoos there for a little while until my hands got too bad. That would be cool.
Mm,
The old school sailor style tattoos.
yeah,
Yeah, they're chuck soup. There are plenty that are well worth and well worth the price.
yeah. I don't mind these. So these come from China. And this is the new style one, little spare tips as well. Different.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I think £5 from AliExpress. And it's not the best quality pick you'll ever have, but it's not bad. It's better than that Gossos kit I started.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the Go So kit. At one point I was like, oh, look at all these picks. I'm gonna need all these, and never used half of them. I just ended up the handles are awesome, but you know, I turned it into other
Yeah.
stuff or
Yeah, I think I turned most of them
yeah.
into half diamonds. So a little that there. I still use this.
Oh yeah.
I use it. There's a lot of like old, cheap, low quality picks that I still use, and most of the time you show new picks that you don't need all the expensive gear that people suggest to you on Reddit. Like if you go on Reddit and you ask, "Oh, what's the best kit to start with?" The answers you get are some of them are telling them like $200 kits. You don't need that. You need a half diamond, and a windshield wiper
Yeah,
insert. That will get you to green belt at least. I could
yep,
definitely go to purple with that.
absolutely. There's you know, people that just want to feel important because they got money in their pocket. I've had money in my pocket and could buy whatever I wanted at any time, and then as of right now, I couldn't rub two nickels together, you know. But you don't need
Hmm.
a $200 set to start out. You don't even need one at where I'm at. You don't need a $200 set. There's only a few styles of picks that you need and a couple styles of tensioners, and you can just buy it singly and save yourself a lot of money.
So here is, I did a little challenge. I actually filmed a video for it that I haven't uploaded, and it was going out and making picks for free. So I could only use materials that I got for free, and I could only use like
Oh, cool.
basic hand tools. And this is what I came up with. So these are both street sweeper bristles that I picked up. These are the handles are coffee stirrers that I got from Costa or Starbucks if you don't have Costa over there. And I used super glue, which I found in the shed, so I counted that. Super glued the handles on, and that's not a bad
Oh,
little pick
cool.
set for free.
Exactly. And you could get really far with those two profiles and a tension wrench.
Yeah, I did make a tension wrench at the same time, but I don't know where I put that now. But I made one of the, you know, the Z style. Uh, this isn't the one that I made, but I made this style. So you've got bottom of
Yeah,
the keyway there, and then the shorter side you can still use in top of the keyway.
yeah,
And that would get you so like at least to green. I could
yeah,
definitely go to purple with
absolutely.
that. I think G Key Man's the person to talk to about making your own picks out of street sweeper and wiper inserts.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. He made all of his own picks up
Hmm.
until recently. And yeah, he showed me some of them. Yeah, he used a black metal. He said I used the black metal from wiper blades and made picks strong and flexible, um, but not bendy. Um, but yeah, I would make a lot more of my own picks and would like to start making my own little pick sets, but my hands are just, I can't keep my hands steady enough anymore.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to go soon.
Alrighty. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on here. This was awesome. Thank you so much. And your pick set is awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. It's in my go-to for
Thank
sets. And yeah, so if you want to plug where you can get your pick sets again, make sure everybody knows, and anything else you want to say before you go right ahead.
Yeah, so I'm on what am I on? I'm on Discord on the LPU. I'm on Reddit as John Doe Osint. That's OSINT. I'm on Instagram as runesmith locksport, and you can drop a comment underneath any of my videos. So there's lots of ways to get to me, and we can sort something out. I see them talking in the chat about hacksaw blades, and there's two types of hacksaw blades that actually work really well, and that's the Baco Sandflex and the Starrett hacksaw blades. All the other ones that I've tried snap or bend and stay bent, but the Baco Sandflex, they're very good pick material. They do rust though, but they are, other than rusting, they are very good for making picks. Yeah, sorry, I can see the chat a little bit now, so I see people. Yeah, so that's all the places to reach me. Thanks for having me. Hopefully we can do this again.
Absolutely, anytime. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know. We'll do it. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it and had a good time.
Yeah, me too. I wish the times that we were at, our time zones were a bit closer.
Yeah. That's all right. It'll post up there and people will see it later this afternoon and this evening, so we'll let you go and let you get back to what you're doing, and thank you so much for coming on, and we will see you all next time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, bye guys.